Hey guys, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed building video. Today I'm doing okay, I'm not 100% sure what to call this. I'm thinking it's going to be called a modern family home. I'm hoping the exterior looks very modern. The interior might not be super modern. This isn't totally my style of build, so I was just trying something a little new. And this house is going to be huge, is the idea. Or at least it's going to be, this house is big enough at the moment for 6 or 7 Sims to be in it, I think. Let me just do a quick count in my head. Yeah, okay, so at the moment, at the end of this build, there'll be enough bed space for 7 Sims. It could easily be adapted to have a full 8 Sim household. But yeah, there you go. You can see the kind of shape of the build, I suppose. It's a bit funky. There's a nice bit of space underneath this kind of, what do you call it? Oh, I struggled with the roof here, as you can see, because the way that the two roofs kind of met and joined each other, I couldn't get them to be right, really. At the end, the roofs still don't line up, but it's as close as I could get without actually losing my sanity in total. But yeah, there's a little bit of space underneath the balcony, and I use that as a kind of basketball court, a bit of area for them to play, like children to play in that when without being totally exposed to the sun. You can see I think that's where the roofs actually match each other, but I couldn't. Yeah, these roofs took me a while. I do sometimes find roofs really difficult to actually get right and to make them match without them looking odd or looking too tall. So I think I just leave it there. Yeah, it doesn't quite match, but it's close enough to be good. And then just adding a couple of columns and another balcony. This kind of stretches all the way around the house. It's just a small little walkway, but I think it looks quite nice in the end. And there does end up being like a yoga mat right at the front. So it is usable space, and there's a door to it from one of the bedrooms. Just picking a nice colour. I think the outside is pretty, I think it's monochrome, I can't remember. Centered a lot there, only moved it over by like one tile, but one tile can make all the difference. And then I was just adding a bit of flooring around the front. This house isn't raised, but I thought it was just kind of nice to have a bit of extra flooring on the floor, so it wasn't all grass. Yeah, nice. Moving on to picking the colours for the house. I think it ends up being quite monochromatic. I did this build a couple of days ago, so it isn't the freshest in my mind, but I do know it ends up looking really pretty, as one can hope. Oh yeah, so I kind of have bits of grey, and then I think I have quite the main of it is pretty white, pretty concrete white, I think. Yeah, making that all one room so it, colours nicely. And growing up. Yeah, so I think we've mainly got that kind of grey brick and then white concrete with the black roofs, which I all think looks really nice together. Yes. And now we're going to go into the interior to try and work out where on earth I can put things like stairs and all the different rooms. I wanted to have quite like a nice grand staircase, but then didn't want that to impinge on any potential rooms or hallways. So I thought by putting them there, it was, far enough into the house that you can have something in your entranceway without being immediately assaulted by stairs. And then sectioning off some rooms. So downstairs we're going to have a bedroom with bathroom, obviously, and we're also going to have a utility room, and I think, yeah, there we go. We also have an office, or a study if you prefer. And then there's a wall divider between the living room area and the kitchen dining room area. I quite like making kitchen dining rooms open plan, just because I think that's nicer, and it definitely suits a modern home rather than having a separate dining area. Upstairs I'm just portioning off the bedrooms. As you can see, there's 2 bedrooms on the left of the house and a bathroom in the middle, and then on the right there is a big bedroom with 2 other rooms next to it. One of those will be a big walk-in wardrobe and the other is a bathroom. I just portioned off a bit of the I've completely forgotten what it's called, balcony, and I'm just making that into a kind of like a raised bed, just so I can have a bit of some plants there, because I thought, modern house, why not have some plants here and there? It just makes it look a bit more, I don't know, natural, pretty. Pretty's probably the best word. And I'm just making sure that the plants aren't skimming through the wall too much. I think they do a little bit, but I do fix that by, putting a bit of furniture in the way so you can't actually see it. And then I want to have big windows just there because, if I have this lovely bit of greenery and foliage, then, you're going to want to see that from the landing. And it does, just brighten that room entirely, and I think it really fits with the modern build by having these big windows which I carry out throughout the build. And here I'm trying to find a small window that's suitable for the bathroom and fits with the modern kind of theme. I don't like those windows hugely. I don't know whether I get rid of that window or not. See, I started going with these windows, but then really realised that after a while it might take me a while actually to realise this, but they're not as cool. There we go, that's when I realised they don't look good. So just some little windows in the bathroom that, would be nice and high above all your amenities. And then adding these big windows in the hallway, in the bedrooms. I'm trying to get those 2 bedrooms to kind of match each other. They were supposed to be the same size, but one of them is smaller. I didn't notice that when I built it, but hey ho, that fits quite nicely. And then I put those nice doors downstairs and use them as double doors, even though it's not. And then put in the matching windows. I think upstairs is the base game windows, which don't have that kind of filter on them, so I do go around and change them so they're all matching, because I know it probably drive you guys crazy. It was starting to drive me a little crazy, going up and down from downstairs and seeing different windows. Okay, windows in, all is good. I think I'm going to move on to doors. Nope, I'm changing that edging to be a glass railing rather than just a bit of walls, and getting the matching railing for the stairs. And then what am I moving on to? Don't know, lighting. Lighting's always good. Again, using the big, lovely lights that light up everything. They are wonderful lights. I love them. And then try to get a nice base colour for the walls in the big living space. I wanted something that was quite neutral. I think I'm trying to find the grey again. But I've settled on just white. White's lovely. This is the downstairs bedroom I'm just trying to colour now. I decided to go for bright colours in the bedrooms on this build, so that each bedroom had its own kind of colour theme that was just from the bedroom wall colour. Not something I normally do. I normally keep it quite simple. Kind of more pastely, but I thought bright and vibrant, that's the way to go. I think I was thinking of doing something more kind of classical in the office compared to the rest of the house, but decided just the grey would do. Yep, keeping the bathroom tiles all the same throughout the house. You had a kind of cohesion. Again, picking bright colours. See, that's really bright blue. Slightly less bright blue now. And then having a yellow. There we go. So I think that's all the walls sorted. I used archways between the bedroom and the dressing, kind of the wardrobe, walk-in wardrobe. And then again, an archway into the bathroom, because, you know, that's just the parents' room. They can have free flow throughout, you know. It's not like there's another door to the bathroom, so you could find a different way into the bedroom. It all just... I think it makes sense. Please let me know if it doesn't. Would you put archways there? I don't know. Up to you. Let me know. Just having simple doors, you know, so you can enter that bathroom from the landing rather than through any bedrooms. Yeah. I think most of the doors are in now. Lovely. Trying to pick a flooring. I love the cats and dogs flooring. Cats and dogs flooring, and especially in that colour, I think it's just like perfect. Mwah. I'm trying to get some kind of flooring of the balcony areas so that, you know, it's not just plain concrete. And I think I just put plain carpeting in all the bedrooms. Yeah. Lovely. And that room at the back, as you can see, that is the utility room. It's the laundry room. Yes, once again, my build has a utility room in it. I just think it makes it so much more like homey and, you know, like an actual house. Yeah, it just looks so much better. Just sectioning off the front area. There's a bit of flooring outside with just that small fence. I think I edged those with like plants and stuff in a second. Yeah, there we go. So you don't really see the exact edge, but I just thought I'd do it. Why not? And I tried to match the plants a bit on either side. Because, you know, I thought, you know, whoever has this house might, you know, like the whole uniformity of it. Do I keep those there? I don't know. And adding a bit of terrain paint under the plants, because it ain't gonna be pure grass under those plants, that's for sure. Yeah, this time I actually decided to do some of the outside terrain first. I normally leave this to the end of the build, but thought I'd have a play around with outside first before I actually get involved with things. And we have a pool. I was kind of thinking this of, you know, since it can fit 6 or 7 Sims in it, you know, you're going to enjoy having a pool with that many Sims and all this kind of stuff. So, and then making a little patio with a bit of a path on either side of the patio, and then I think I use that in between space. Oh, in a second. Have they got a diving board? No. Yeah, I use this in between space as a kind of planter bed. Again, sectioning off the area, so you know, your Sims can't go wandering through it or anything like that. Scaling up these bits of grass just so it's just like a base foliage layer, and then adding a few plants here and there, raising some of them up because otherwise those little flowers wouldn't actually pop through at all. I think it's quite nice. I normally don't do this kind of you know, foliage, so I just thought it was something a bit different, a bit new, and I think it makes the garden look different and really interesting. Oh, excuse me. Onto the living room. So I wanted like a pop of colour with the couches. So they're a bit different, a bit bright, very much contrast to the walls. Yeah, getting in a end table, a long end table, side table, um, behind that couch, so you can put some plants on it. I think I do later on, and adding a big TV. Obviously, not one of the huge cinema TVs because that really wouldn't fit in a build like this. And trying to find a couch, not couch. I've already got couches. Trying to find a rug that fits nicely in the space that is in the middle of there. I've been using this rug quite a bit lately, actually, just because it's nice, it's square, and it's really big, so it fits really nicely. Adding some plants, because what is a modern home without plants in it? And having a square coffee table, a square coffee table in the center, just kind of makes it less empty, adds a bit of furniture, I suppose, into it, and having some different lights. Lovely. Trying to find some paintings to go on the walls behind the couches. I think that fits really well behind that, and it's really nice. I think I'm trying to find the big, I don't know what to call them, those things, just to add a bit of texture to the wall. Because there's a big bit of blank wall, and I didn't want to shorten the wall, but couldn't find anything that fit there that would go with the other paintings, so I thought that was quite nice, and then just stuck a plant in front of it. Lovely. And adding another like a small table by the door that you can throw your keys on. I do this a lot in my builds. It just feels more natural to me that a house would have that. I was gonna put bookcases there. I think I end up changing that into like a pet area, so you can have like a cat, or I suppose you could have a dog. You could just get rid of the cat stuff and have a dog instead. So yeah, this build is very much designed for like a full household, because obviously you could have a cat and a dog, but then you could only have 6 Sims. But you could just have a single pet, and then you could have a whole 7 Sims. It's completely up to you. Or you could change one of the rooms into like a gym or something, and have fewer Sims and more pets. Who knows? Or just not have a full household, as I know not everyone likes to play with a million Sims. It can be quite stressful. Just using the what's that, Cool Kitchen stuff, counters and some base game units. I thought they looked really nice together, and fit quite well. I think they go quite nicely together. Though it was a bit odd. I put the walls down and then that big cabinet disappeared, which I thought was a bit strange. I was trying to put the tea maker more central on that little end table, end unit even, but it doesn't actually place even with like move objects and scaling it around and stuff. It just doesn't fit there. So I was like, well, that can't go there, can it? I ended up putting just a coffee machine in this one instead of the tea maker, and of course a microwave, and then a little bit of tea selection on the edge, because that fit quite nicely there. And you see how I put that exactly where I want it. I think, are we done with the cluttery stuff in the kitchen? No, we need a bit of some more utensils and knives, and an island, a lovely island. Make sure they match. A couple of bar stools and another fruit bowl, because who could have too much fruit? Need to get those vitamins so you don't get scurvy. I wanted to put a bar in the corner. I didn't think it'd fit in the kitchen. Like, even if you kind of rounded the counters round, it just felt a bit too cramped. So I've put it in this corner over here. And pulled it out so it's not blocking the archway to the study, using the same bar stools at the bar as with the kitchen island, so it goes together. And I thought that I hadn't seen that like pastry case thing before in the clutter items. I just hadn't noticed it before, but I actually thought it fit quite nicely. Maybe not everyone would have it on their bar, but I think it suited quite well. And obviously you have to have some bottles of things behind a bar, otherwise it just looks wrong. And then a painting. And at a bar, why not have the picture of the drink? Suits perfectly. I think I just moved that in so I'd have room for a dining table in the middle. So there is plenty of seating in this house. You will not have your Sims, not being able to get a seat. They will all be enjoying themselves in the kitchen area, no problem. And I thought that end area looked a bit bare, so I've just, put a few plants in there, livened it up a bit, because there wasn't any other furniture that should go in there, so just, a couple of plants would be nice. And then I tried to get some plants by the windows as well, because they seemed very open with nothing there. So I thought these kind of, little beds of grass, I think that's the best way that I have of describing them, would work quite nicely. And then we have the little slight corridor to the bedrooms and the bathroom. So I decided to put just a bit of carpet down. Into the study. Lovely. The furniture in here is a little bit more kind of classic, at least the table is. And then the bookshelves are more kind of slightly industrial. It's got a slightly different feel to the rest of the house, but there's a lot of Sims in here. One of them could have, a taste like this, and so they've designed the study, and someone else has designed a different bit of the house. I think my style of building is a little bit eclectic, just because I like mishing and mashing different stuff together. I thought that rug just kind of brought a bit more colour because it was looking very grey in the study. Lovely. And trying to add more light because that room was just being really dark. I'm trying to find a bit of wall art so it doesn't look quite as bare. Trying to find something else that would go with the other stuff I had, and I found the whole cats and dogs playing poker. That's just so cute and very fitting to a house that has pets. I think we're moving on to onto the laundry room. Obviously, got to have a laundry machine, a washing machine and a dryer. I then wanted to put some shelves in, so just kind of did my own. I was trying to see if they'd go around the corner nicely, but it just didn't. And what else am I doing? Some shelves on the other side, because that room is actually really big for a laundry room, so I just kind of filled it with other shelves, so it kind of be a utility and kind of storage area, which is why you've got a whole bunch of pet food and pet treats, and some cluttered baskets and whatnot in the corner. Do other people this is just gonna be looking at this particular room for a while. So does anyone else like playing with really big households, or are you more like single sim households? I don't know. Normally when I actually build families, I only build like 2 or 3 Sims at once, and then just kind of let the family grow. But do you guys build like whole families and then do like legacies, or do you have like grandparents move in with Sims? Because you could probably, in this house, you could probably turn the downstairs bedroom into like a room for grandparents or something, and then you could have like generations of family live in the house, or what kind of things do you guys like doing? Oh, there we go. Moving on to this downstairs room. When I designed this, I think I definitely designed it for like a male Sim. I think it's I think this would be like work as a teenager's bedroom, but could also very much be a child's bedroom, I think. You've got all the sports stuff and comic things on the wall. But equally, this could be a female's bedroom if you had a particularly sporty female sim. It works just the same. Trying to add the clock. I love that clock. You'll notice that clock in quite a few of my builds. I think it's really cute. Adding a desk so that they can do their work, and a lamp near it, so it's going to be bright. I've got rid of the big light, and now I'm like, oh my god, it's so dark. Need another light. I thought I'd put the journal in there. I think the journal's a really cute thing, and especially if you're wanting to max out some of the traits and stuff with parenthood, then it's a must, because it really, really helps get up the... Is it emotional control? I think it's emotional control. But yeah, and then adding a couple things, including a toy chest. So, if this was going to be for a teenager, you could always get rid of it, or if it's for, this child could just grow up in this room and have their toy chest in there for them. I wasn't sure what to do with this bit of wall. I think I decided just to put some mirrors on it. Yeah, I just put 3 mirrors along the wall. And that uses up the space quite nicely. And then I went for a rug underneath, which I do most of the bedrooms that I do, even though the floor is normally always carpet. I think it's nice to have a rug. And I did remember this time to do the rug at the end if you're scaling it down, because I've done that in a previous build where I forgot I scaled it down first and was constantly clicking on the rug, which drove me insane. But yeah, this bathroom is going to be a total full bathroom, so toilet, sink, shower and bath. They can do everything in this room. You don't have to worry about them having to run upstairs or anything like that. Yeah, I've just noticed this room doesn't have any windows, but I suppose it's not really needed for a bathroom, but it might be a bit gloomy in the morning or something without it. Just putting some kind of rugs underneath the so that when you step out of the shower you don't step onto a cold floor. And then adding a pet bowl because I forgot. And a litter tray downstairs as well, because if you have a cat, they need a litter tray. And a pet bed, a smaller pet bed, in case again you have more than one pet, or you just want a small pet bed instead of a large one. Everything is there. And then I put these really bright and vibrant curtains downstairs. I don't think they're going to be for everyone's taste, but they are to mine. And I moved the door, as you just saw then, from the slightly smaller room to the larger room, because this small room is going to be a toddler room, and I thought it would be quite dangerous if I let the toddler walk onto the balcony. I then had a kind of a reality check of, let's not let a toddler just wander around a balcony straight from their bedroom. This room, although it has yellow walls, has a kind of red and dark brown theme for its furniture, which I think goes, not 100% sure, but I think it's cute, so there we go. Adding the special night lights so they hopefully don't have nightmares, because when toddlers have nightmares and can't sleep for hours afterwards, it's so frustrating. So frustrating. I have to make them go and play or console them for ages. And just adding a few bits of, play equipment. Because I'm never really sure what else to put in a toddler's bedroom. They have a bed, maybe a chair, maybe a bookcase, and then it's what else do you put? You just got to put a whole bunch of toys. Otherwise the room looks really empty. And there we are. Moving on to the bathroom, I remember to put there we go, a high chair downstairs so the toddler can actually eat with the rest of the family, and some curtains. Moving on to the next bedroom. This is a bedroom with 2 beds in it. the walls are blue. The furniture isn't particularly gendered. So this could be 2 boys, this could be 2 girls, this could be a boy and a girl. Completely up to you. I think in my brain it was a girl's bedroom, but it easily goes to both. I've put a violin and a keyboard in there so that these 2 Sims could be musically interested, and some lights on the side tables and some nice fairy lights on the walls. They're beautiful, just beautiful. And then added the fitness stuff, like hanging light just near the keyboard. I really like that light, actually. It's really cute, and I think has quite a modern twist to it. And trying to get a carpet to go underneath the beds once again. The carpet, I think, pretty much fills the room. Again, is very blue, so maybe you might want to make that a boys' room, or you could just have 2 tomboys. Nice, and there's a yoga mat just out on the balcony edge. And onto the bathroom that they share. So this got a little toilet, toddler toilet, an actual toilet, shower, and a sink. Everything that you'd need. And the shower is also a bath, so that if your toddler gets smelly, you can clean them, no problem. I think I'm now moving on to landing furniture. I was trying to think of some nice bits of furniture that would just go in that space. Ooh. Just to, not clutter it too much, but equally make sure that, the space was used and not completely empty. This is just kind of a bit of a lounge area. Got a scratch post for a cat and a couple of paintings. Just a nice little chill out area. Really, it's just nice. Do I put a rug down as well? Yeah, there we go. Lovely. What else is going down? This area here obviously is a very large bit of landing, so I've turned this into kind of a bit of a study space. So it's kind of matching the study downstairs, but it's a more kind of casual area. Like downstairs, because probably one of the parents studies, and upstairs, the kids can read or do homework and stuff. And I have put a desk with a computer on it up here, so that it's not just a 1 computer household. There is another one if you need 2 Sims to be doing things on the computer for school or for work. And then trying to find a bit of clutter to go nicely around the edge. Add some pictures. I think these are really pretty, really nice. And of course another big rug there, and a little table for the edge and a plant on it. So I'm all about my plants and my rugs. Clutter is my thing, my jam. Onto the parents' bedroom. Nice big bed, curtains. I think I just go for plain white ones. Yep. Those are my basic curtains. They are amazing. I love them. I was going to put that lamp on there, but I just thought that does not go with the bed. That is so, it's kind of like alien. And a pet bed down the end of the bed, I'm doing that same thing with those mirrors on the wall, but this time it's 4 instead of 3. I actually quite like that whole, multiple mirrors on a wall. I think it looks really nice. I decided to put a little couch there. Different couch, and was trying to fill up the space without putting wardrobes and stuff in it, because that's what the little room next to it is going to be. So I was trying to find paintings and I think some more plants, just to fill up the space without it being too cluttered, but not too empty, as I felt this room might feel. And onto the dressing room. Dressing room, do you call it dressing room? I think I would. I think I've done this kind of dressing room almost identical in another build. I just like the combination of that tall wardrobe and the shorter one, and the shorter chest of drawers. I just think that's really nice, and then it gives you a nice walkway into the master bathroom. So shower, nice corner bath, and then you're gonna have the classic toilet and sink. This bathroom's definitely got more of a kind of a black and white theme. I think the other ones are just pretty standard white. I can't remember, even though I saw it like a minute ago. And just a few bits and bobs of bathroom furniture. I really like those lights. As you can tell, I've used them in all the bathrooms. It just brightens it so much. And onto the parents' balcony. I wanted to have a bit of seating. So, you can relax outside, try and get away from the kids. If they're, particularly driving you crazy. And then I was wanting to put out some kind of activity stuff. So I think, you end up with a meditation stool and a yoga mat. And that, I feel, use the space well without over cluttering it. Because, if you're going to have a nice balcony, you don't want it to be filled with your junk. Just the things that you enjoy. And then down here, I've put a basketball court. I thought that was actually a bit too far. The whole lines on the floor. And as you can tell there, the basketball hoop is poking through. Afterwards, when I'm doing screenshots, I do realise this and I change it. I scale it down. It does still work. That's all fine. And there are the bins and the post box, and just doing a bit of terrain painting around, and I think that's pretty much the end of the build. Oh, remembered a bin inside. There almost wasn't a bin in the kitchen, but there is. We're all good. I think we're on to the screenshots now. There we go. So, lovely exterior of the house. Beautiful. There's proof I have scaled down the basketball court, and then some nice shots of the back garden. I think it looks beautiful. And inside the house, so some nice shots of the living room and the kitchen, dining / bar area, the study. I do like that rug. And this is the laundry room, the downstairs bedroom. Beautiful. A couple angles of that. This is a bathroom. And the landing looks lovely with that study space. The toddler's bedroom, oh, so pretty, so beautiful, so many toys to play with. The other twin bedroom, I really like the colour combination. The bathroom between them, the parents' room, beautiful. Dressing room, master bathroom, and a couple of shots from the balcony. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please give me a like and subscribe for more content. I will see you later, guys. Bye!